Waking up rich one day might sound like the ultimate dream, but sudden wealth comes with challenges most people don't expect. Studies show that over 70% of people who suddenly come into wealth, whether from a lottery win, inheritance, or major payout, lose it within a few years. Why does this happen? Because managing money is just as important as earning it. If you find yourself with unexpected riches, you need a solid plan. Without one, you could end up broke, stressed, or surrounded by people trying to take advantage of you. This guide walks you through 12 essential steps to handle your newfound wealth wisely and sustainably. Number 1. Pause and do absolutely nothing, for now. Most people rush to spend or invest when they get rich. This impulsiveness often leads to regretful decisions. Picture this. You win $10 million in the lottery and immediately buy a $2 million house. A year later, you're drowning in property taxes, maintenance costs, and regret. This happened to Evelyn Adams, who won the lottery twice and ended up broke. Resist the urge to act. Set your money aside in a secure, insured account and take at least 90 days to process the situation. This period allows you to think clearly, research your options, and avoid costly mistakes. Number 2. Hire a team of professionals. Sudden wealth can be overwhelming, and without expert advice, you're vulnerable to scams, poor investments, and tax mistakes. Former NFL player Vince Young earned $34 million during his career, but filed for bankruptcy due to bad advice and reckless spending. A lack of qualified professionals contributed to his downfall. Assemble a trusted team, including a fee-only financial advisor, a tax accountant, and an estate lawyer. Ensure they have experience working with high-net-worth clients and are fiduciaries, meaning they're legally required to act in your best interest. Number 3. Getting your head around taxation rules. Winning large amount of money at once brings along with it a lot more headaches when it comes to taxation. It is quite easy to incur hefty penalties if taxes are not handled adequately. Take the case of Richard Hatch, the very first to ever win Survivor. He perhaps did not realize the repercussions of taxes and later, as a result of not being able to pay them due to spinning debt, went to jail. Don't waste time and hire a tax advisor. They will be able to assist you in understanding any applicable capital gains tax, income tax, or estate taxes. For all you know, you may even owe as much as 30 to 40%, which is why, for the time being, keep that percentage of your winnings aside for taxation. Number 4. Keep it private. Announcing your wealth can attract scammers, opportunists, and even lawsuits. In one high-profile case, a lottery winner named Jack Whitaker was robbed multiple times after making his winnings public. This led to a series of personal tragedies and financial losses. Don't broadcast your wealth. If you must share the news, only tell a small, trusted group of people. In states that allow it, claim lottery winnings anonymously. If you're receiving inheritance, keep it discreet. Number 5. Pay off high-interest debt. Debt eats away at your financial freedom no matter how rich you are. If you're carrying credit card debt with 20% interest, it's like trying to run uphill with a backpack full of bricks. Even multimillionaires struggle when they don't eliminate high-interest obligations. List all your debts, starting with the highest interest loans, e.g. credit cards, payday loans. Pay these off immediately. For lower interest debts like mortgages, evaluate whether it's worth paying them off or investing your money elsewhere. Number 6. Create a budget. Even multimillionaires need a budget. Without one, overspending is inevitable. MC Hammer earned $70 million in the early 1990s, but spent it all on extravagant purchases and an unsustainable lifestyle. He filed for bankruptcy in 1996. Work with your financial advisor to create a realistic budget. Allocate money for daily living, investments, taxes, philanthropy, and fun. Use the 50-30-20 rule as a starting point. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and investments. Number 7. Be wise when it comes to investing. Considering that inflation diminishes the economic power of money, a decision to keep it in an idle form essentially means choosing to lose growth opportunities. Normally, the other extreme is not acceptable practice. Investing in volatile assets can also lead to tremendous losses. A good example is the millions who poured their money into cryptocurrencies or speculative stocks without understanding a single thing about it. Bafflingly, a large number of them suffered a complete wipeout of their investment or at least a chunk of their life savings. Hence, such positions should never be assumed, especially the ones who have never invested before. Identify low-risk investment ventures. Start investing in a mix of investments such as index funds, real estate, space exploration, and bonds. You should always defer to your professional fee or consultant before allocation funds in big dollar amounts across various assets or providers. Number 8. Start an emergency fund. It is said that money can't buy happiness, but what if you woke up one day and realized you had no money in the bank? Truth be told, the wealthy can also suffer due to unforeseen hospitalization or even a recession. Many individuals who were living a luxurious life and owned expensive Aston Martins went bankrupt in 2008 because they did not have money in hand during that period. It is always best to have ample amounts of money set aside for a rainy day. A perfectly reasonable rule would be to have at least 2 to 4 months' worth of expenses in a high-interest savings account. You will be prepared for any type of obstacles in your financial future. Number 9. Impulse buying is to be discouraged. New riches can persuade you to acquire unnecessary possessions, including but not limited to luxury vehicles and yachts. Also, Michael Carroll, one of the UK lottery winners, spent $14 million on parties, cars, and drugs, which made him broke and working as a garbage man in the last 10 years. 30 days can be a good time of waiting for someone to know that they really need or want a large item before seeking to purchase it. Also, I want my budget to act as my guide and inform my financial consultant to restrict my spending on expensive items. Number 10. Plan for the long term. Many people focus only on the present, ignoring the importance of planning for the future. Without a long-term plan, even large fortunes can disappear. Studies show that inheritance recipients often deplete their wealth within 2 generations. Work with your estate lawyer to create a will and trust. Plan for retirement by maxing out contributions to retirement accounts and diversifying your investments. Number 11. Move by philosophy. Absence of intention could lead to a sense of nothingness with the possession of wealth. Further lack of giving offerings could be alienating from values. Adding alongside the likes of Warren Buffett, Bill Gates says wealth is nothing or does not feel good without the ability or willingness to give it to good causes. Make a list of personal interests to be funded along with a working model of charitable contributions. This could involve establishing a foundation, making donations to nonprofit organizations, or establishing scholarship funds. Not only does it benefit others, but oneself also gets enriched in the process. Number 12. Educate yourself about wealth management. Without understanding how money works, you're at the mercy of others to manage your wealth. Consider the case of pro athletes who trusted others to handle their money, only to discover they'd been defrauded or mismanaged. Knowledge is power. Read books like The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley or Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Take online courses on personal finance and investing. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions. Sudden wealth is an incredible opportunity, but it comes with responsibilities. Without further ado, here are 12 fundamental tips on how to manage your money, grow it, and spend it efficiently so that it will last for years down the line. Wealth is not just about numbers in your bank account. It's about the freedom, security, and opportunities it creates. Take control, and you won't just stay rich. You'll thrive.